Hello. I look awful. I'm like a first one to admit I look throwed as hell today. But so it's later. Like when you see this light on, you know it's 5 o'clock because this light turns on at 5. I had the craziest day and I didn't vlog because of what happened. Okay, so somebody I know sent stuff to my P.O. box for Jackson. And it was supposed to be here Saturday and it didn't come Saturday. So when I did go Saturday, I got this letter that said I hadn't paid my P.O. box. And I was like, no, I did pay in December. So I marched my butt up to the post office today since it was closed yesterday with my receipt from paying my P.O. box because I save all that because I use it for YouTube too. It's a tax write-off. So I was like, oh, no. Anyways, I get up there and there's nowhere to park. The parking lot's full. I had to park on the street and I get to the door and the line's out the door. I'm not kidding you guys. There was like 30 people in line. So I was like, what the hell? So I go check my P.O. box. The package still isn't there. The key's not there for like the bigger things for me to get a package. So I'm like, ugh, because of the line. So I get in the line and I'm sitting there with my piece of paper and my receipt just because I wanted, to like check on that too. And plus I wanted to find out where the package was because, that's kind of weird because it was tracked and it said it was already there Saturday and it wasn't. So I stand in the line, I'm like, no, screw this. So I go over the little doorbell thing where you go when you have one of those slips or something like that. And I ring that and I'm like, okay, this is about my P.O. box, so maybe they can help me here. And because everyone else in line, I didn't even know where I was at in the story because the UPS guy just came and he was like, no, when I was standing there at the box. He was like, are you serious? You don't get any more chances with this. I was like, oh, I told them that I want my money back and I'm done. He was like, geez, isn't Pottery Barn supposed to be super fancy? I'm like, yeah, it is. I mean, like, I don't get it. But he was like, Jesus. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, don't worry. I was like, now we just have to worry about a lampshade. So hopefully that's okay. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't remember where I was in the story. Oh yeah, so the line at the post office was so long. So I went and rang the bell and the lady comes and I explained to her about the note and she's like, it's probably a mistake. Just ignore it. I can't verify it because that lady's not here today. But you can ask another day if you're that worried about it. I was like, okay, then why isn't my package in my box? I thought maybe you were holding it because you wanted me to pay or something like that. She's like, we don't do that. We just lock you out of your P.O. box. So I was like, well, where the hell is my package? The tracking said it was delivered. And she told me, like, hold on, get the tracking number. We'll find it. So this morning before I left, probably because I slept in, and then before I left, I had like a banana, orange juice, and half a muffin. But it was at like, it was so embarrassing. It was at 11:30, and usually I eat by 8 a.m. So I don't know if this, like, I just ate too late and it made my blood sugar drop. But when I was in college and in high school, they thought I had hypoglycemia. I think that's how you say it, because my blood sugar would drop and I would have to take these tablets. It was like the opposite of diabetes, but I would have to take these tablets and put them under my tongue or chew them to get my blood sugar back up, or I would faint, and that happened a lot. So the other day when I had high blood pressure, it was very, very similar to that, except I didn't get the cold, shaky sweats. I was just like shaky like this. But when my blood sugar dropped, I got like cold sweats. So while I'm standing there waiting, I started feeling like a little dizzy again. So I told the lady, I'm like, I'm going to go sit down. And in the chair, I started like cold sweating and like all the stuff, like my blood sugar dropped. And I was like, did I eat too late? Like, I didn't know what was going on. It was freaking me out. So I started like shaking and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So it had been an hour and they still hadn't found it. So I gave them my phone number. I was like, y'all need to call me when you find it. She's like, if we find it, we're going to put it in your P.O. box. If not, then we'll have to call you if we can't find it. So I didn't hear from them again. So if it's not in my P.O. box tomorrow, I'm going to be back up in their face. But I don't know why it was so crowded at the post office today. It's not even that bad at Christmas time. So anyways, I leave there and I am just like, find the closest place. I found a Taco Cabana and I got a Sprite because it's like sugary. And I just sat in the parking lot and drank it and drank it. And I ate some chips and I started feeling better. Then I drove home. But I was like, what the hell? And my doctor is not there today. It's the nurse. So everything has to go through email and the nurse has to call me back. So I'm waiting till tomorrow till my doctor's there. But they've checked my blood sugar and stuff a lot. They did they're doing the, where you drink that sugary stuff twice. Because I have PCOS, so I'm prone to diabetes and gestational diabetes, but also because I'm overweight. They're doing 2 of the like checks with that drink. So, yeah, but my blood sugar has been good. Everything's been good. So I don't know why my blood sugar would drop like that. I can only think because I didn't eat like when I usually do. Oh my gosh. But yeah, when I came home, I still didn't feel great, you know? I felt good enough to drive home, but I just felt like I needed to lay down, and I did. And now here we are at 5 o'clock. So it's like, and that's been my day. And I do feel like now that I've rested, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more energy. So now I feel like I can clean my house like I planned on doing today. It is so strange. It is like, what would take me a day to do like the whole house? Like every little thing is like, I don't know. It's obviously like because I'm pregnant and tired, but also my fibro has been worse with pregnancy. So everything is very slow. I do things very slow, and I feel like I'm constantly doing things, you know, trying to keep up. But I don't push myself because it's like, you know, if a tumbleweed of hair goes by and I'm not going to get to that sweeping until tomorrow, then that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, because the biggest thing is like the dog hair that I try to keep up with. Everyone always comes to my house. They're like, oh my God, you would never know you have 2 dogs that shed so much. Because usually when I'm not pregnant, I am like floors cleaning, like vacuuming, sweeping every day. But now I'm just like, look at that tumbleweed of hair. You know what I mean? And so it's also driving me crazy because I feel like it's just like a lot of clutter while we wait to put the stuff back in there. And Justin hasn't started the quarter round stuff yet. I'm kind of like, oh, but even once he does, we have to wait for his friend Josh to be off again to help us move that stuff. But I don't know. So that's been my interesting day so far. Justin would be so proud of me now. I just caught a cricket without freaking out, without calling him. I'm terrified of bugs, you guys. I just can't even with bugs. But I caught him. I put the Ziploc bag around him on the wall and got him in there. So I'm going to go take him outside now. But, you know, I just thought I'd brag on myself. I'm scared of crickets and bugs in general. And I caught one by myself because I certainly didn't want to kill him. And Ralph was about to kill him. There he is, alive and well. So I'm working on, somebody had asked me at one point what I show, like what I eat. And I was working on, I think I've showed this before, my black bean burger. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I should show this. I usually don't show what I eat because people are so like, meh, 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 about everything. It just annoys the shit out of me. They think they're nutritional experts. But anyways, it's just like black bean burgers. Sometimes I think there's like a vegan recipe for this one out there. I'll link it below, but this is kind of my own touch, like take on the recipe. Like I messed with it myself, but it becomes vegan if you use vegan egg replacement. But it's just like cilantro, onions, garlic, black beans, cumin, a little salt and pepper. It calls for green peppers, but I like to cook poblanos and calls for a little bit of oil. So I cook the poblanos and some of the onions in oil. They go there. And then panko bread crust. And then you crumb it up. And I'll show you guys that. The first time I did the recipe, it called to like fry it. And I didn't like that. So I bake it in the oven with a little bit of olive oil kind of spritzed on it. But I just thought I would share. And we have this on those like skinny bread buns, you know. And yeah, that's what I'm making for dinner. I almost forgot a lime. This comes with exact measurements, but I've made it so much, I can't do this in the vlog, Takes me 2 hands to squeeze good. I've made it so much I kind of know the measurements by heart. And like I said, I kind of added and changed some stuff myself. But I will link this below. It is very good. Non-vegetarians love these patties. I will just say that. Sometimes I fold some shredded cheese in. So if you have people that are used to meat and stuff like that, you can do some cheese in to add some flavor, make it kind of cheesy. I'm not going to do that tonight. Bean burgers are done. That's what they look like in the end, just like a regular old burger. You put the breading on the outside too to kind of bind it together. We just, oh, what was that? So we just had dinner and we are going to watch an episode of Homeland, which we started watching. What are we on? 4? Episode 4? Yeah. It's funny because how many years ago did I work for those people in Memorial? Like 3 years ago I worked for these people. Horrible people. I'm like, they were not the kind of people you don't work for. But when I would go pick their kids up at school for tutoring, they would be like saying, all these parents would be talking about Homeland. How, like, I guess it was in like it's in like Memorial. You guys live in Houston know, like, parts of Memorial is like pinky up, like rich ass people, you know? And they would just stand around, like, all the moms, and they kept talking about the show Homeland, and like, we literally ran out of crap to watch because on days I don't feel good, especially like with the pregnancy, I've just been binge watching everything. So I was like, let's check out this Homeland thing because Hulu had it for free for like the weekends, like, because what are they doing, Stars or huh? Oh yeah, like Showtime, like Hulu with Showtime now. Like, I don't know, you pay extra for the Showtime shows, but we're not doing that. We just watched it because it was like available for the weekend for free. And we're like, oh, this actually is really good and kind of addicting. So we got it in other ways. I'll just leave it at that. Because Hulu turned off their free preview yesterday. Today I was like, it's not there anymore. So we acquired it other ways. Just going to leave it at that. But yeah, I took so long to watch it because, like, 1, we don't pay for cable, and 2, that whole area, just, those people left a bad taste in my mouth in general. So I was like, I can't possibly like anything these people like, but apparently I do like Homeland. So yeah, we're gonna watch that now, and then I need to what's going on? I need to clean up. No, I need to set up for everything I need to film tomorrow, because tomorrow morning I'm waking up early and filming everything I need to film so I can get all the way with. And then, let's see, I think when Justin gets home, him and my friend Lewis are going to go to play D&D, yeah, they're going to go do that, but I was thinking of ordering pizza before they leave, just because, like, I don't know. I'm like feeling left out. You know, Lewis is my friend too. Well, he's my friend first. But yeah, so I might order pizza first before they go. But I gotta set up so I can get my videos done because I don't want to worry about it tomorrow. I need to suck it up, get it done. I have so many to record, and then the process of editing them all will start. Tired? We're going to bed. Look, at see, like, one half of my hair is nice and smooth and the other half has been like crinkly all day. Do you see? Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to bed. I just wanted to say before we go to bed, for all my prayer people out there, I know I told you guys about my friend that lost her son during childbirth. Well, he had passed, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 days after childbirth. He was brain dead from complications during birth. She's having, it's been almost a month, it's been a month now tomorrow, or today for y'all, and she's struggling with it. You know, when somebody dies close to you, and I can't even imagine your child, you go into like shock, and then as it wears off, it becomes harder. Anyways, if you guys could just pray for my friend Andrea, like, I know she needs it right now, and she's going to continue to need your prayers. I was just talking to her tonight, and you know, she's having a really hard time. So I would really appreciate that for my subscribers that pray. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.